think we'll make it to the playoff. I think we'll lose like one game. It'll be a trap game.
All right, game number 2 officially underway here.
See you, ball.
And just like that, there is a lead-off double for the Rattan Rams, and they are on safe at second. We'll do our best to resume the player introductions at the plate as soon as we get the rosters. Don't have a sheet here yet for either team. Ball put in play to the second baseman, the shortstop. So he gets the 6-3 ground out. Runner advances to third. And hit by pitch. All right, so the Rams already cooking here in the top of the first inning. This is game 2. Next game up will feature the Fort Cobb Broxton Mustangs, your Class B state runner-up this spring, against the Class 2A state champion Silo Rebels.
Is that the game of the day?
Silo enters the game 5 consecutive spring titles and a 39-game active win streak. Finishing the season this spring a perfect 30-0. I'll have some stats for you during that game, but they will blow your mind just how successfully Coach Billy Bowen has been at Silo since about 2002. Rattan, a perennial state powerhouse. Back-to-back seasons, they have gone either a state semifinalist, runner-up, or quarterfinalist. Been about 5 seasons since they didn't qualify for state. Calumet had a good team, had some leads in their regional, but unfortunately came up just a little bit short, so they finished as a regional finalist this spring. Both teams on the field will be in Class A for the fall baseball season. Head coach is Michael Clay for the Rattan Rams, and new head coach Cody Thyssen that came over from Lokiba Sickles. Ball is thrown off target, in safe on the stolen base. Runners on second and third. 2-1 pitch count resumes. Gets him out, lunging 2-2 on the count. And strikeout. Just off the mark, 2 on the count, so 2 balls, 0 strikes. Crowd has increased considerably. Silo, a all baseball, softball, basketball powerhouse team right out of Durant. Full squad is already here. And so they have managed to beat Fort Cobb Broxton, which is right out of Anadarko. I do see a couple of players, actually, I believe, for Granite still hanging around. 3-1 on the pitch count. So hopefully the crowd will pick up for the afternoon games. Infield pop-up is going to hook foul. It's going to go right over the dugout. So full count will be our standing pitch total. And a walk. Base is loaded for Rattan. Looks like we're going to have a substitute runner, pinch runner on second, number, trying to see if that's 35. Kind of glistening in the sun. It's either 25 or 35. Nice drop ball there by the Chieftains. Ooh, just about clipped him. And evens up the count, 2-2. And a strikeout. So the Chieftains get out of a major jam. Unfortunately, Rattan gets them loaded but leaves them stranded. We'll head at the bottom of the first inning. Your score, Calumet 0, Rattan 0. Game 2 of the 2022 Best of the Best East versus West Baseball Festival. At the bottom of the first is underway.
All right, I didn't miss on that. Figured I was gonna get here and it's gonna be 25-0 or something. Gotta give you the right one.
Thank you, good sir.
Yep.
All right, so Rattan with the strikeout here in the bottom of the first. Chieftains looking to rally, so to speak, after stymieing Rattan after loading the bases up. Ooh, just about planked the batter in the deck. Number 11, good reflexes there, dodging that one. Two on the pitch count now. Full count, and here comes the money pitch. Chopper right up the middle, second base. And we have another oops, but he'll have to stay at first. So a single for Calumet.
This is just his top players. He just wrote down his top players. He doesn't have a roster.
Hit, error.
I'm going to go with the single on that. It was a hot ball. Up to plate and batting, number 11, Kyler Thiessen. If I'm not mistaken, I believe two players, maybe three, followed Coach Cody Thiessen over from Lokiba Sickles to Calumet. Previous coach moved into more of an administrative role with the school. Easy out there, and he dropped it, so we have a fielding error by the shortstop. 6 FE on the force tag. So a borderline error on the single, and then an error that causes the hit or single. So Calumet now cooking. Both teams had first two runners on. And Calumet trying to match Rattan here with the bases loaded. Runner steal. Now at the plate, number 1, Dalton Belcher. Fouls it off, 1-2 on the pitch count. And high 2-2. And staying alive, full count. Hard hit shortstop, looks third, throws first, gets the fielder's choice out. 1 run will score, though. Calumet takes a 1-0 lead. So the 6-3 fielder's choice throw out scores 1. Runner comes off the base and advances to third. Now at the plate, number 8, Caleb Meshberger. Fouls it off, falls into a 1-2 pitch deficit. Just outside 2-2. And strikes him out. So both teams strand. Rattan leaves 3. Calumet 1. Chieftain scores. So 3-1 your score. Calumet 1, Rattan 0. Rams up to bat. Top of the second inning coming up. Do what?
I said, I bet you Skip will come to the next game if he comes to a game.
Now up at the plate, number 4, Ben Ellis. Count now 0-2.
Take that ball now, snuck out of here. I'm going to see if I can find it.
Two strikes, now back-to-back balls, evens up the pitch count 2-2. Money pitch is hit hard out to right field. It'll be a fly out. Ooh, just about hit him there. Up at the plate now, number 3, right fielder Connor Perry. Chops it to the shortstop. One hands it, slings it off the base, safe on the single. Admirable job by both the shortstop and first base to keep that in play. Unfortunately, ball just a little bit high and the first baseman unable to stretch. Now up at the plate, number 14, center fielder Hunter May. Ball gets away from the catcher, safe on the stolen base. Over to third, looks second, fires first, and it's a 5-3 ground out. 2 down now. Wicked rip out to right field. That's going to be a problem ball. Unfortunately, wind catches it, goes way too high on the swing.
Just missed it.
If you'd have been just a little bit lower, more flush on the ball. All right, our starting pitchers for today for Rattan, Keegan Robertson, and for Calumet, Hunter Arnold. Now up at the plate, number 7, Kingston Arnold. And rings him up on the strikeout. Promising squad here for the Chieftains. They've got 5 freshmen, 2 sophomores, 4 juniors, and 3 seniors. So good for the future and also experienced as well. Number 22, Wyatt Dean, your first baseman. Now at the plate. Little one hopper to the shortstop, whips it over, and it is an easy out. 6-3 on the ground out. So both teams settling into a rhythm now. Tight game, 2 hits for Rattan, 1 for Calumet. Unfortunately for Rattan, an error makes a difference in the 1-0 deficit. Out way in front on the swing there. And back-to-back strikes for Carson Copper. Off-speed changeup goes down in the dirt. 1-2 on the pitch count. Fouls it off to stay alive. Evens up the count 2-2 after the high ball. And he gets him. Outside corner called. Ring it up. It's a 3-up, 3-down inning for Calumet. We'll head now to the top of the 3rd inning. Your score, Calumet 1, Rattan 0. Rams up to bat. Top of the 3rd coming up.
That's what happens when it's a low scoring game. When it's a high scoring game, stuff just keeps. Also, there were so many. There were like 7 errors. There were like 6 errors in the first 3 innings.
Yeah.
Of the first game.
And some missed tag outs and some overthrows and some wild pitches. That one just kind of took
They should have been the away team, because they were the one doing all the errors. Literally should have got out of so many innings if they just don't make the errors.
Game easily could have been 10-6, 11-6, something close.
Because 2 of the big ones were in the outfield. Well, most of them were in the outfield because it got under the glove or they misplayed the catch. But I mean, it was really the center fielder. One he just said it was really weak.
Now at the plate, number 10, Logan Smith. finishes tag on the 3, so first baseman takes care of business. Now at the plate, your center, Seth Springfield. Evens up the count now, 1 apiece. Outside chance the pitcher can get this. Third baseman calls him off, I guess. So infield kind of pop up. One 0 pitch count. Logan Smith whips it over to the third, fires away, and throws him out on the 5-3 ground out. So it is a 3-up, 3-down inning. And we will head to the bottom of the third. Now up to bat, number 5, Derek Krantzman. Nice looking single. Leadoff runner back on base. Now up at the plate, number 19, Caleb Thisson. Throws down a bunt. Pitcher will go to second on the forced tag. It is close, but he is out. So we'll have a 1-6 fielder's choice. Now at the plate, number 10, outfielder Hunter Arnold. Back-to-back strikes, 0-2 now in the pitch count. Check swing goes. We'll have a double check. They're going to call him out. So it is a strikeout. In tied at first, safe. Base runner goes, ball put in play, perfectly located. That is going to fall for at least an RBI double. And Calumet has taken a 2-0 lead. He is going to round second, head third, and he is in safe, standing up in style. As I alluded to earlier, Calumet was just so close to making state as a qualifier. So not a surprise to me after watching them in a couple of tournaments. Very good hitting team. Roster literally loaded. I think they've got like 8 or 9 pitchers. So there's a bunch of kids that can touch the ball and throw it out. Several multi-sport kind of position players on the team. Dalton Belcher, Kingston Arnold, Hunter Nabanek, all of them play 3 positions. They've got literally 4 or 5 other players that play 2 positions as well. So a very flexible, deep roster. Now at the plate, number 1, Dalton Belcher. Wicked rip up the middle. It's going to score another run and make it a 3-0 lead for Calumet. On the flip side, Rattan has got the exact opposite problem. Generally speaking, they have been an offensive team, but limited pitching. So it'll be interesting to see who the go-to guy is if, in fact, number 7, Keegan Robertson, is unable to pitch throughout this game. And another blooping single. This one now out to right field. Runner stays at first, but is able to go to second on the stolen base. Heads up base running there by Calumet. Now at the plate, number 7, Kingston Arnold. Check swing almost goes. Catcher's going to be late on the throw, but it ends up being costly. They're able to sneak one in, so 4-0 is the lead, and everything is rolling the way of the Chieftains. Runner now on second. 3 runs have come in thus far, and still counting. 2 outs, though. Gives him the plate, and strike is called. And another hit. He's going to send him. This one's going to be close. Throw is horrible. Oh, it took him all the way out of contention to even have a shot to tag him. So we'll have an RBI double. Now at the plate, number 22, first baseman Wyatt Dean. Pinch runner for Calumet. Number 15, Jackson Burns enters the game at second base. If we were further up I-35, you'd think that the Oklahoma State Cowboys are over there in the bullpen. Unfortunately, no Bedlam for a while. Hits to the shortstop, fires over to first, scoops it up, grabs it, and they get out of the bind, stranding one. 4 runs come across the plate, so 3 through 3, your score, Calumet 5, Rattan 0, top of the 4th inning coming up.
Do we have ice for the water jugs?
No, we're out.
We are?
Yeah. Literally used every bit for the last 2.
Okay. Need to go get some.
Which dugout's already empty?
The Calumet said it's warm, so the water's warm.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. If the first team in the home dugout wouldn't have drank all the water, I don't know how you do that.
Yeah.
I don't know how, I'm not trying to be rude, but I've done this all summer, and that is the first time I've had one team drink a whole entire thing of water within a 2-hour span. That's not normal.
No.
That like, I worked all baseball, and these kids were doing tournaments, so they brought their jugs. I don't know why the parents didn't bring their jugs.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're doing. I'm not trying to be rude, but at the same time,
No, you're right.
I'm like, how
I'm gonna just go down. What I'm probably gonna do is go by.
Fair.
I'm gonna call a foul.
Oh, boy. Rattan just cannot catch a break right now.
This is the kid that's hitting right now whose dad got killed this weekend, past weekend.
From what?
A car accident, I believe.
Mm.
They texted me on Monday and said his dad got killed over the weekend, and said if the funeral was today, they weren't gonna be able to play, but the funeral actually was yesterday, so they're playing.
Number 22, James Childers up to bat. Keep that young man in your prayers. Had a rough week losing his father. So if anybody is due some good karma and some good luck here, this young man hopefully will get a good hit and do something well. So count evens up 2-2. Just off the plate, misses it, gets him on the strike. So 1 down.
I could show you the message where I sent out to all our coaches that they will have water in the dugouts, but have them
And we have a hit by pitch, so runner will advance to first.
Just assumed, and like the home dugout,
Mm-hmm.
they turned off the ice in there, so I can't get ice in there. It's all from the visitor side.
Okay.
So
I'm just gonna run down and grab some.
I don't know why they didn't bring. I've never had a team drink the whole water.
Now at the plate, number 4, Ben Ellis, your left fielder.
Problem is, if I was to get, let's say I got 6 bags of ice, 'cause we have 2 more games. Where could I store those other 4 somewhere?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a place we could put them where they wouldn't melt all if they were? Okay.
I was just so surprised that I came.
Oh,
here.
that blows me away that they drink. I didn't really. That's when I asked you if you had water, because I never saw you do.
But like, I've never I've done this all summer, and all the kids, you know, granted they were playing like, but at the same time, like, you're playing one game.
Checks him back in at first, in safe.
Bring your own water.
Yeah.
It's just we're the only place that provides it. Everyone else doesn't. So.
Exactly. All right, I'm gonna grab some ice.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Back when we played ball, you had 2 water jugs, and you had at least one of the parents or somebody affiliated with the school that would keep ice in a chest in a truck or a Suburban. And that's how you used to roll playing in the 80s and 90s. Hits it to third. Runner is safe at second. He's not stopping, keeps running all the way in, safe at third. So they're out at first on the 5-3 ground out, and then gets some opportunistic base running. So Rattan finally now with a runner back in scoring position. I'm going to give him credit for that stolen base, because when that throw came across, he left second just when the third baseman fired to first. So that's all on the base runner there. Pitcher obviously trying to work out a little bit of frustration here. He knows the team's in a 5-0 hole, and he definitely delivers there. This is going to lead to a Rattan run, and you can thank the pitcher for the opportunistic base running. It's exactly how it's supposed to be done, RBI single. So Rattan gets on the scoreboard with their 3rd hit of the game. Pitch gets away from the catcher, and another stolen base. Infield pop-up is going to go foul. Hooks all the way back.
Throw 'em out. You threw him out. You threw a fan out. Threw the ball back on the field.
Oh, boy. Ooh, gets him on the leg, so we have another hit by pitch. So May will advance to first. Rattan now has base runners 2-1. So 2 hit batters in the inning. Wow. Complete command through the first 3 innings, and now Calumet is kind of in a little rut. See if the pitcher can self-correct here. Rattan scored 1, looking to get more. That's going to be enough to make it close. I believe he will score, so we'll have an RBI single. And Rattan now has runners at second and third in safe. Both teams get their runs with 2 outs. Yeah, I was just getting ready to say that. Previous inning, Calumet hit into a fielder's choice tag at second base. Their next play was a strikeout and then rattled off 4 runs. Rattan trying to join them here with 2 on the scoreboard. All right, pitching change for Calumet coming up. I'll do my best to get the player number. All right, so we've got a confirmation. Kyler Thyssen is on the mound. Sophomore pitcher and shortstop. Son of the head coach. Young man pitched a phenomenal game in the Low-Keep Sickles Panthers Classic we covered in the spring when the Panthers were able to run and score 6 runs to tie the game and then a 7th to beat Cashin. Sealed the deal for them on the mound. Got an opportunistic hit as well to start the rally. Now at the plate for Rattan, number 10, second baseman Logan Smith. Ball is hit to the first baseman. Run comes across, tags him, so it won't count. So Rattan strands him. Business has definitely picked up here in the last 2 innings, so we'll see if Calumet can extend their lead. They now lead Rattan 5-2. Fort Cobb Broxton Mustangs have made their appearance here, so both teams now in the house, Silo and FCB. Little known trivia fact, Fort Cobb Broxton is one of only 2 schools that have merged with 3 schools total to each, or I should say all, win state championships. Fort won state championships, Cobb won state championships. They won them as Fort Cobb, and then they won them as Fort Cobb Broxton. Now at the plate, number 6, Carson Copper. One on the pitch count. Evens up now 2-2. Just off the plate, full count. And another good hit by Mr. Copper. He's 2 for 2, so another Chieftain on base. Now up at the plate, number 5, Derek Kranzman. Caught in a suicide squeeze, and they're going to get him on the tag. So it ends up being a 3-4-6 tag out on the suicide squeeze. Evens up the count 1-1. Outside corner is called 1-2. Right to the shortstop. Little bit high, but nice tag there by the first baseman who was the pitcher. So a 6-3 ground out. Now on the mound pitching for Rattan for the 4th inning, Logan Smith. .30 pitch count. And he walks him. So the prior costly error, we'll see if that, or mental error I should say, we'll see if it costs Calumet a run here. Could have runners first and second with only 1 out. Now up to bat number 10, Hunter Arnold. Beautiful hit Oh, what could have been. So Calumet has doubled up Rattan on the scoreboard over 5-2. Now they've hit them 8-4. For Cobb Broxton wearing their pinstripe unis. I absolutely love this color combo for them. And down the pike, 1-1. Check swing is going to fly right to the second baseman. So Chieftain Strand 2. We'll head to the top of the fifth inning. The score now Calumet 5, Rattan 2. Rams up to bat. Top of the sixth inning coming up. Correction, top of the fifth inning. Sorry about that.
Yes, sir. You come in on the right field foul line. There's a gate down there that's open. You guys can come in and park right down there. Just make sure it's dummy locked. It's dummy locked right now, so just unlock it and dummy lock it back when you have to come in.
And we get the lead off out there. and a single. Now up to plate number 22, James Childers. Fouls it off. Just need to clear the pitch count at 1-1.
You know, sorry, I have to.
Now up to bat number 7, Keegan Robertson. Evens up on the count 1-1. So 5-3 ground out, a single, and a fly out to center field. It's been a pretty quick inning thus far. And he steals the base and safe at second.
Have there been any hits?
And up to a 3-1 count now. And he walks him. So Rattan again, back-to-back innings with 2 runners on. Just low for ball 1. Now at the plate, number 4, left fielder Ben Ellis. And right to the third base. Makes an unassist tag. Much to do of nothing. If it had stayed fair, would have been awesome. 1-1 pitch count resumes. Outside ball 2. And he gets his opportunity. An assist on the tag at third. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Score remains Calumet 5, Rattan 2. Chieftains up to bat. Bottom of the 5th coming up. Now at the plate, number 1, Dalton Belcher. Fly out to left field, and it is 1 down. And just like that, a 0-2 pitch count. Looping singles, so the Chieftains once again have a runner on. Strike is called. He gets the gimme freebie base there. Catcher was looking at the ump on the ruling instead of throwing the ball. And a fly out to right field. He'll tag up and in safe. So Arnold with effect, a sac fly to advance the runner to scoring position.
Nope.
Oh,
Left early.
they're going to get him.
He left early.
All right, so we'll see if the dispute will count. Looks like it's going to just be a one-call assessment, and that's it. Umpire doesn't like the hand signal just made. Coach Thisson is arguing his case, but if this stands, it'll be an automatic out at second base for leaving early.
It's a good call. He left early.
It did look like that he got about a foot off. Now, how early it was, second-ish, it was pretty close, but I think they got the call right there. All right, so top of the 6th inning, score remains 5-2. Rattan now down to their final 6 outs. We're back on target to potentially get Game 3 started at 3 o'clock. Number 3, Connor Perry up to bat. And with the foul ball, back-to-back strikes, 0-2 on the count. And strikes him out. Check swing goes foul. Hits it over to third. It's likewise going to be foul. 0-2 back-to-back counts for Rattan. They have gone cold once again at the plate. And back-to-back strikeouts. We'll have another third strike base on ball. Bob now 0 for 3 on the day. So back-to-back Ks. Thiessen is cruising along here. I believe this is number 6, Cale Clay up to bat. Nice lick out to right field. Unfortunately, he is there, so it is a 3-up, 3-down inning.
7 pitching.
Wow, 7 pitches, very, very efficient. So
I was hoping for an immaculate inning.
Coach Thiesen's got to be happy with his boy on that inning. Very nice.
Kind of a little loud. 6 strikes. Actually, 7 strikes.
Now at the plate, first baseman number 22, Wyatt Dean. Inside pitch takes it to a 1-1 count. Short hopper, catcher one-hands it. He's going to say that it bounced off, I guess, the plate or the turf. And a foul ball. And the check swing. He's going to say he's going to have to throw him out. He does. So another base on ball, 2-3 throw out. Now up at the plate, first baseman number 6, Carson Copper. And we'll have a third pitching change for Rattan. Number 22 now on the mound, so that will go to James Childers, originally your third baseman for today's starting lineup. I try not to exploit certain tragedies, but nonetheless, prayers are needed for this young man. His father died this past week in a tragic car accident. Buried his dad yesterday. Team initially didn't know if they'd be able to play in the tournament, if they would be the second team that scratched. They replaced Red Oak and buries his dad yesterday and now on the pitching mound today. So I'm rooting for this young man, and I hope everybody that watches the game prays for him. And if it's within your means, do something nice for him. Reach out to Rattan. His head coach is Michael Clay. It's got to be a very difficult day for this young boy. So a nice pitch. And back-to-back curves that come right on the plate, 0-2 count. So James is doing exceptionally well thus far. Ooh.
Almost got him with it. 3.
Crowd has doubled already from where we were when we got here at about 10 o'clock. And a strikeout. He is dealing. 5 pitches, 4 strikes. And 0-2 back-to-back batters. So let's just make it 5 out of 6 strikes. Ball put in play. Over to the third baseman, fires and throws. He is out on the 5-3 ground out. So exceptional work done by the relief pitcher for the Rattan Rams. All right, here's the long and short. Rattan is down to their final 3 outs. They will need to score at least 3 runs here as we head to potentially a 7th inning. If everything holds according to pattern, your winning pitcher for the day. Honors will go to, excuse me. Had a head cold for the last 2 weeks nonstop. Honors will go for Mr. Hunter Arnold, and then the losing pitcher would be Keegan Robertson. When both pitchers came out of the game, the score was officially 5-1. All right, number 10, Logan Smith, the second baseman up to bat. He now has a 2-1 pitch count. Hard hit to first base. He's able to contain it, flicks it over to the pitcher. Bad throw, on safe. I'm going to call that an error. Perfectly executed. Normally a 3-1 fielder's choice kind of arrangement, but for whatever reason, third baseman and our first baseman ended up throwing to the catcher instead of the pitcher. Now up at the plate, number 8, Seth Springfield. Wicked rip. He gets this one. So an opportunity to redeem himself, and does. So we'll have a 3 unassist tag out. Can make the argument that that was a harder play than the one that he made the miscue and error on. So good for him. Just foul for Jace May, first baseman for the Rams. Runner's already advanced to third on a stolen base. Evens up the pitch count at 1 apiece now. And in high. Back-to-back, 3-1 count. So Calumet leaving the door open here for Rattan to potentially make this an interesting game here in the top of the 7th. And ball is off the mark, so it is a walk. Runners on the corners for the Rams. All right, potential game-tying run at the plate, number 22. You guessed it, James Childers. Wallops it out to center field in between right center. Center wafts over, tags up, and James will have a sac RBI. So Rattan with its 3rd run of the game. Makes it now a 5-3 game. Runner advances from first to second. So Rattan down to their final out. They've got a base runner at second. Potential game-tying run at the plate again. Original pitcher Keegan Robertson. We'll have a 1-0 pitch count when we resume here. And flies out to center field, so we have a final score. Calumet 5, Rattan 3. That concludes game 2. We will watch the players touch it up and then get this clip uploaded hopefully quicker than the previous game. Back-to-back games, Oaktaha 20-6 over Granite, and now Calumet 5-3 over Rattan. Game 3 will start at approximately 3 p.m. Prep Nation TV quadruple coverage of the 2022 Best of the Best East versus West Baseball Festival. Game coming up, Fort Carr Broxton versus Silo. Signing off for Prep Nation TV.